Slanger, y'all. Welcome to Scotch on the Bayou Halloween 2023. I am your host, Leanne, Cleo for short. Hope everyone's having a great Halloween. Got all the kids taken care of, had a lot of treats, no tricks. And yes, we're here together Tuesday night. Thanks for being here, y'all. We're gonna have so much fun. I mean, a Tuesday for Halloween. Halloween's a fun weekend kind of thing, but no, Tuesday. Wednesday would even kind of make more sense because you're getting over the hump of the week and into the weekend. But we're going to make Tuesday very exciting here because I am having flight with many friends tonight, all with some ghoulishly lovely, delicious drams. And yeah, so thanks for coming in and enjoying joining us tonight. We have folks already in the chat. This guy showed up. Hey, Drew. Great seeing you, my friend. It's all because you. I'm on this channel. uh, not great to see you. Yes, Drew's already in here and waiting. And here's Jimmy Jazz. Hey, friend. Happy Halloween. And I hope Trooper is off the rig and on dry land and getting lots of treats tonight. Hey, Trooper. Nice to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Hey, Mike's in, Molasses, and oh, yay. And also Tim, Donner passes in. Great. I know you're at work. Thanks, friend, for popping in and catching the replay. I really do appreciate that. That's awesome. Tony's in. Hello. 7 days before you head back to the motherland. Awesome. Tony, you need to let me know where you're going. I'll be over there in 7 days myself. Great seeing you there. Thanks for being here. And look, Hoagie, it's so early, friend. This is a whole different world that you've seen us in. Yeah. Thanks for being in, friend. I appreciate it. Goodness gracious. Yeah, most Mike's saying he doesn't get many kids anymore. We're in a neighborhood where we're on the old folk street. and the lots are really wide. So the candy per house capita is not really good. So they go to the subdivisions that have a little bit more narrower so they can get a higher candy ratio. That's for sure. Oh gosh, looking at everybody is in. Taste and sensibility. Cheers and happy Halloween to you. Let me know what you're drinking. I am drinking something very is one of my all-time favorites, and I know it's probably an all-time favorite for most of you all out there, but it actually has a ghost story behind it. So some of the drams from friends that joined tonight are going to have a little backstory about the hauntedness of that elixir. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. Hey Tom, Whiskey and Wine Trails can't stay long. That's okay. I'm gonna see you in a week too. There's a little contingent of us going over from the States to Glasgow. So that's gonna be fun. We're gonna talk a little bit more about that. Wow, who is it? Walk like an Egyptian. I'm like, I'm a middle-aged Bengal is what I mean. But really the Bengals are middle-aged too now, so it's all okay. It's awesome. And this guy I'm gonna see. Hey, Graham, thanks for being up in the wee hours of the morning. We're 5 hours different right now, I believe. Just got back from a spooky tasting in Glasgow. How fun. I cannot wait for our day that we're gonna have. Graham, I hope you're not sick of me by the time I get to go. But thanks so much, y'all, for being there. Yeah, a Iberian sorceress. Yes, I am. I try. What can I say? So yeah, let me bring on my first victim guest. I don't know what you want to call it, but this one, my ride and die. Everyone, please welcome Jennifer. Tell us who you are, Jennifer.
Skål.
Oh.
And no, I'm not drinking scotch out of my drinking horn. That would be disastrous.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So is your costume. I have to say, I have to rave and rant about this woman because she does Renfest and she does all of this absolutely stunning. Okay, can you do a little whirl and twirl? Do you have
I mean,
room?
I'm sitting, but this is
Yeah.
a little first shrug.
But she made all of this, y'all. So it's absolutely gorgeous.
I made the wristlets. I'm a variety of Nordic pagan priestess because it was All Hallows Eve at the Renfest this past weekend, so I thought it was appropriate.
That's perfect. That's
yes,
absolutely perfect. Awesome. So, well, you have we've talked a lot lately. We'll talk a lot anyway, but you've got some really cool things that are going on. And I really wanted to spill your candy last week. I was like, no, it's not my news to tell. So, as most people know, you and I met in face to face anyway. We met on the phone, but we met at the Isla Whisky Academy. And even before that time, you had put in for another educational opportunity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're going?
This witch is going to Springbank.
Wow! I'm so excited for you and so incredibly jealous all at the same time. No.
Okay, so let's see. I went to Isla for the first time in 2017. That's kind of when the whiskey obsession really took off. And I'm thinking it's probably, I mean, shortly after returning from Isla in 2017, that's when I heard about the Springbank Whiskey Academy. So I reached out and asked and was told that, you know, as everybody gets told when they reach out about the Springbank Whiskey School, is that it's a very, very high demand situation. And however, she said, would you like to be waitlisted? And I said, yeah, sure, why not? And years went by and more years went by. Didn't even realize I was still on the waiting list.
Years went by.
So I sleepily woke up about 2 weeks ago to an email saying that I was welcome to enroll in the Academy in 2024. And I did. And I'm going.
I'm so freaking excited.
Oh,
I'm
man.
so excited for you.
I tell you what.
You're going to get to work the malting floors. You know, you're going to get to haul grain.
I already bought my steel toe boots. Like, I'm ready for this.
You already got your steel. I love that. You were like texting me and I woke up and I'm having my morning coffee and I get a text that's just Lee Ann in all caps with a period. And I'm like, well, something's happened. Clearly, you know, Cleo's shedding here. Sorry. And I was just like, that's not a question. Are you going? You're going. You're going. Yeah. So Drew's asking, how long is that experience?
It's 5 days.
There are 5 days. 5 days. You're there for a whole week, and you work. Yeah. I mean, you go through the actual whole process from, you know, the grain coming in to steeping it, to malting the floors, to the kiln,
all the way to bottling,
mash, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. So you're apparently equipped with, you know, the orange Springbank vest and 5 Springbank branded t-shirts.
High vis. I was like, what the hell are they talking about? High vis. And it was like high visualization. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah.
So don't get lost in the barley. No, so yeah, it's a Monday through Friday. They have about 18 sessions. So I picked the first session, which is March 4th through 8th. They go through March, April, May, like all the way through August, right? So there are 18 of them. And I wanted to go as soon as I could. So I picked the first possible session.
Yeah. That's fantastic. I'm really stoked about that. You see, when we were there this summer, there was a class and they're all walking around in their Springbank school shirts, you know, and
you saw a class.
Your self-paid labor is what that is. That's awesome. I would do it. I would be self-paid labor too, you know. No throwing shade there.
But people willingly pay to be a Springbank employee for a week. So
right. I mean, and that's just hallowed ground. You know, there's been some stuff, lots of ghosts and ghouls in Campbelltown for sure. Like a lot of people think that Glen Scotia is haunted too, you know, but there's just so much history there. And it's all contained in that site. So have you been to Campbelltown before?
No, but I've heard it's beautiful.
Yeah, I love the streets. It's like no better way to learn than to roll your sleeves up and get after it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
come home with monkey shoulder from shoveling too much barley. You know?
Yeah. And Graham's saying that he did the barley to bottle tour last week, and Jen and Hub
Watching this.
exhausted watching the stage.
Uh-oh. I'll start working out like now.
I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna have to take a nap watching them." Oh man, for sure. Well, that's so awesome. Totally stoked. So tell me what you're drinking.
I am drinking, in the spirit of my pagan Nordic get up here, I am drinking Highland Park Cask of the Earth. Let's see. I'm terrible about knowing
Hang
where.
on. I'm gonna.
Ooh, thank you. There we go. Yep. So it is a single cask series. This is Cask of the Earth, first fill European Oloroso sherry butt.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it's 13 years old. It is 61.4%, which is why I have my trusty Nessie water dropper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, to water it down with. But yeah, it's the reason I chose it is because I like Highland Park. This is a good dram. But also Orkney is truly, that's another place on my bucket list is Orkney, right? And not just because Highland Park is there, but just the heritage of Orkney is absolutely fascinating, right? So it's the home of the Ring of Brodgar, which is supposed to be like one of the most, I would say, important stone circles. Not a lot of people know about it. People know Stonehenge, but people don't know about this place on Orkney. So you've got this important old ancient site. You've got the burial mound of Maeshowe, which is said to be haunted by the Haugbuy, which is some like mythical undead creature. So there's Orkney. There's a lot of just old magic on Orkney. So that's why I chose this dram for tonight.
Oh man. Well, tell me tell me about the whiskey.
It smells like I'm sitting in a dunnage warehouse eating Christmas cake. Which is not
any salinity or salt off there?
For sure.
Oh man.
I'm gonna open it up with a couple drops of water too and see what we got.
Good deal. Hey Matt, jealous of those wearing those orange vests when we visit. I know one day I just think I think they might have opened up the wait list again. I'm not quite sure. They were thinking about it. But by the time I get up there, I might be a senior citizen. I don't know if I could I don't think if I could turn malt by then.
You should still get waitlisted.
I know. Hey Chris, seeing everyone's in tonight. Awesome.
Did you talk about your dram?
So my dram is one I alluded to, something that we all really, 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 really love. And my dram is Glendronach 21.
Ooh.
There we go. The Parliament. And you know, there's different stories out there about haunted distilleries. And believe it or not, there has been a image of a Spanish woman since the 70s that is thought to be haunting Glendronach. They had a huge shipment of sherry casks that came in, and perhaps her spirit was stowed in one of those empty barrels. But she walks around in a big formal dress and has a mania, the black lace over her head, you know, and people will notice a cool spot in a rustling of like skirt material and things like that. And she's just very proper and beautiful and ethereal. And, you know, I was like, that's a ghost fitting of Glendronach. this Spanish, you know, spirit that's leaving their mark on all the drams that go in and out of, you know, that facility. And I just thought that was so cool.
So that's not the Angels' share they're losing. That's her share that's being that's being taken out.
Right. You got my sherry and want my whiskey.
Uh-huh.
Smart woman.
Absolutely. Can you blame her?
No. Well, cool. Well, how about we bring somebody else in? This might turn into the Brady Bunch of friends that are up in here. I'm going to bring this guy in. He's been in here for a while, and I know he's got some other things I wanted to stay the whole time, but we'll see. Mr. I'm sorry. He's just off the tour here lately. Everyone, please welcome Guns N' Roses' own.
What's up, ladies?
Hey, man.
I'm gonna lose my hat.
Okay, that's all right. My asp has been flopped. It's like, excuse me,
your ass is falling down.
My ass up here.
Oh man, this is the repurpose outfit because the one I wore for our Halloween party this weekend was a little bit too much. It took a long time to get that makeup off.
Oh yeah, you were. So those who may not know, this is Mark Rhoda, of course, Mark from Scotch for Dummies, and he and his wife have epic, like probably the hottest ticket in town parties for Halloween. If you can be so graced to be able to go to one of those. I got to see the aftermath of their house decorated, and it is amazing. But you were a Vampire King this weekend, and
yeah,
you were frightening. So I'd run like hell if I saw you.
I tell you, I was ready to call it quits at about 3:45 in the morning, and I stumbled upstairs to the bathroom to go in there and get a toothbrush and take care of that business. And I looked at myself in the mirror and said, "Oh, you're not going to bed." I forgot I had all that on. It took me 45 minutes to get on that makeup.
Oh my gosh.
It was horrible. But happy Halloween. You guys are killing me, both going over to the freaking main, the motherland. I'm jealous.
Well, come on.
I know. I guess I need to make it happen. It sure sounds like Drew wants to go from the comments. I guess we're going to have to go to work, get on that wait list. How many years did you say it took, Jen?
I think about 6. Not going to lie.
I know. That's what I mean. I'll be having
today.
Oh my gosh. That's a long time. I want to go now, not 6 years from now.
Perfect, Martin. Guns for Roses.
Yeah. I can't see the comments because I don't want it to echo because there's a delay, 20-second delay or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Axel's doing good, Hoagie. He looks a little not like he used to.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
But Jen raised her glass, and I was like, well, we didn't even compare notes. I haven't talked to you in a while, Jen. So first of all, Solange, it's great to see you.
Solange.
But I decided to warm up with a little Highland Park myself. I decided, in the spirit of Halloween, I would do a Dark Origins as a warm up.
Fantastic.
So, I mean, it's I don't even know if you can still get it, but it's not something that was like that special out there. I think it's 46%, but it's really subtle for a Highland Park.
What's the casking on it?
Boy, that's a good question. I don't want to spend. I think it's sherry, ex-sherry. Yeah. Double first fill sherry casks.
Ooh,
for a naturally darker, richer flavor. But since I know there's lots of guests, I want to talk about the other dram I poured. Ooh, wait a minute. Is this a? Oh, it is. Look at that.
Look at that.
Look what was on top of that whiskey. Isn't that crazy? And it's another Highland Park. And I chose Highland Park for a few reasons, but this one was a gift, a 50th birthday gift from someone who's on the channel, George Kaplan. This is a Highland Park as well.
Oh, wow. A 31-year-old Highland Park. Good gravy.
Crap.
So 53.6 analytical allure, 4.343. And I haven't had it since he gave it to me. So I'm very curious to get into this. But why did I choose Highland Park? So you hit the notes, Jen. Obviously, Orkney's got lots of stories and lots of things to be haunted about. But Did you know that the actual distillery is known to be haunted by the original founder? I guess the story goes that Magnus, and I'll probably butcher his last name, Unsen, who was of Viking descent, is known to wander the grounds of the distillery at night. People think that he's just checking on his legacy. So in honor of Magnus, I will raise a Highland Park to him.
To Magnus.
Absolutely. I would say Slanja, but he's also Nordic, so Skål, Magnus.
Skål!
Skål and Slanja, Magnus.
At first Scotch for Dummies dinner we had, we said that was a Highland Park dinner, and we screamed Skål more times than
Quite
I
a
could
bit,
count.
right?
As you should.
Yum.
Yes.
So what y'all got going with the channel?
So lots of things. Actually, it's funny you would ask. We had a little bit of a planning session, if you will, kind of a meeting to say what we're doing. You know, we've done throwing lots of curveballs over the last year. You know, it's kind of focused on a podcast a little bit. Did lots of little competitions that were fun and probably going to be repeated, like that King of the Hill series. But actually, Leanne, we're going back to the roots. We've got 29 bottles down at Drew's house that need reviewed, that we've never reviewed before. So we're going to spend a lot of time in front of the camera and do some polished review work, and hopefully get back to getting our feet on the ground doing that, and spending a little bit more time with our patrons. We're not going to be doing lives as many as we used to. We're not doing a weekly live anymore. We're doing our weekly patron Zoom, because we love those folks and we spend a lot of time with them. But we're going to do a live once a month, and it's going to focus on our educational series. I don't know if you've seen any of those, like Whisky, Scotch 101, 201, where we talk about a specific topic, like stills or casks or whatever it is that to try and educate and learn a little bit. Because honestly, we're dummies. We learn as we're researching for everybody else.
And you got Dr. Scotch, so you know.
Wish he would get in the camera more, but he's a little shy when it comes to that. Drew's been pushing him for years.
I know.
But yeah, man,
he just needs to act like he's lecturing. You know, it'd be great.
He's got a lot. He's got a big brain.
He does.
Yeah. Hey, so tell me more about your little trip over to Scotland. I didn't even realize this come out of left field. I didn't know you were planning this one.
Not planning at all. Actually, I mean, we back when I knew about the Glasgow Whiskey Festival, I talked to Roy and others, and I was like, oh, I'd love to be able to come back over and and go to that pipe dream, right? And
your dreams come true, though, girl.
Right, so I was like, that's not going to happen. I mean, I spent 3 weeks over there this summer. That's extraordinary. I totally understand that, and I planned 1.5 years for that trip. It's not just like, oh, let's just go for 3 weeks. I mean, it was a lot of work to plan for that trip. And Mark and I are sitting having coffee one morning, and he's just about 1.5 months ago, he goes, or not, maybe not even a whole month. And he just looks at me and he goes, so, when's your next trip? I was like, trip to where? He's like, when's your next trip to Scotland? I was like, well, hell, I'd love to go in November, but, and he's like, we'll go. I was like, wait, what? Not that, we have a very long relationship and marriage, because we don't necessarily ask permission for everything. but he was like, yeah, you ought to go if you go. And so I was just like, Roy, when I said, grab me a ticket, did that happen? And he's like, actually, Lee, I have your ticket. I was like, are you kidding me?
Mark,
let's make it happen.
What a guy, man.
My cheerleader. It's all Mark's fault.
He is a cheerleader. He's a good man. To Mark. How about that?
I know it's Haunted Mark. Yeah. And he's been super about it. And he was like, well, let's go. And so then it was like, oh, I'll just go, make it a really quick trip. And I have a very understanding boss. And he's just like, we'll work it out. Just go. So I'm making a week of it. Graham and I are going to take, I'm so excited about taking the train. I can't even tell you. Already got my ticket. So I'm going to take the train, meet Graham. We're going to go up to Calendar to see if you checked out the Dram Face podcast.
Yep.
Rachel and Jen, who own the store, the Grail Whiskey Tastings, and they have a channel. Absolute riot women who know their whiskey, and so we're gonna meet with them. Then we're doing 2 tastings, I think, right, Graham, in at Deanston, having some lunch there. Lord knows what other revelry we'll get into after that. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Doing Edinburgh a day, and then doing lots of stuff in between. So yeah, fun.
I'm telling you, man, I'm in that suitcase. You said if I could fit in your suitcase, I think I can do it.
Well,
all I ask is that you put an AirPod in it so it doesn't get lost.
I do have one. I bought the Android version, so I know where the hell my well, I know where my luggage will be this time. Yeah, I will definitely put in a good word for you about Deanson's 20 friend. You know I will. The
problem is if they give her a bottle, it's not coming to you, Drew.
Some of it might.
Just a wee bit.
To take a small commission for having carried it back over. Just,
Yeah,
that's right. This is the Lee tax.
Oh man.
So yeah, I leave Friday morning at 8:00. I got 2 more. I got 2 more days to get my proverbial ass together.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that I didn't try to sneak down to the camp this weekend, because I'll be in Mississippi shooting hogs. Yeah,
Mark's here.
We took a trip to Italy as a family, so I kind of burned that time off. But it was fun, although we did lose our luggage for a week. We didn't get it until the day we were leaving.
What? Yeah.
They called us on the way to the airport to fly out. Hey, we found your bag. Great, you're coming to the airport anyway? Yeah, we're coming to leave. So
yeah. Fun stuff. I learned what I did not have to pack. That's for sure.
Right. You learn to get by.
So I'm going real tidy on clothes. So I have lots of room for other things to come home.
As it should be. Like you need it. You need to make more room. Mark's going to have to build more shelves behind you.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Whatever happened to that stockpile of samples that you had? Did you ever get through those?
No, but I have them indexed, and so I'm collecting them. Like I have enough Ball Blair to do like 3 shows.
Aren't they in like a china cabinet of their own? Like, don't you have a full of samples?
I have this. I found it. It's made out of cypress, and I found it at a garage sale. It's just darling, but it's all filled with my samples.
So here's your
challenge.
You've
got one of those, Mark.
I know, but what you do is ask Mark to build you a little wire Christmas tree that you can put all your samples in, so you have a sample Christmas tree.
I could do that.
It would be really nifty.
Something kind of like that. We'll have to see. Awesome. Goodness.
So, quick, before give you a few notes on this, because it's definitely different. It's way different than the Dark Origins. Which let me read the casking. I don't even. It's ex Bourbon Hogshead was the initial, and then second fill ex Madeira, and that's the note. So I actually get like anise on it.
Really?
Yeah, it's very spicy. It's not what I expected, but maybe after I put some water on it while we've been talking. I haven't tasted it with water yet, but man,
and in
what
31 years, what was the ABV on that?
53.6. 53.8. Hell, I need readers. I don't know. That's a good guess.
Close enough.
Arm's not long enough.
Right. But it was a surprise. You could have had some if you would have made it to our little get together soiree here in Indianapolis,
I know. It was the weekend after I got back.
I was going to say, but Scotland was more important. I'm not mad at you.
Man. Oh, goodness. How is it with the water?
It's still, honestly, maybe not such a strong anise note, but more of it reminds me more of like cedar wood.
Can I see the color on it again?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. It's a little bit watered down. And actually, it looks darker on camera than it does here in person. Okay. I got to be honest with you. It really looks a lot more honey than that.
Or
Like on
golden.
camera, it looks really kind of dark. It's not, because here's the dark origins. Hang on, I don't want to drop this guitar.
You're gonna have to pay for us too.
So they look really similar in color. Well, actually, the dark origins right here.
Yeah, the other one looks a little
darker.
lighter.
It's in person, it's way lighter. So what a treat bottle. But
Yum.
George surprised me with that. And I know you know George Kaplan, and you know he's a huge SMWS guy, and he shares so much whiskey, right?
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to the calendar? I mean, come on. Have you watched your movies?
Yeah. I'm gonna watch some of them on my way over and back.
That's what I was going to suggest. You need to get a couple of those on the laptop so you can watch them and get it done. But and quick shout out. Not that I'm here to sell SMWS, but you know they got that Halloween coupon. It ends tonight. So if you're thinking about $50 is $50. I literally 5 minutes before I joined the green room with you, I ordered 3 bottles because it's 3 bottles free shipping and $50 off. So. Ooh. I got that Dalmore bundle just to see what that's about, because you don't really usually get Dalmores at cast strength, so that was kind of exciting.
Yeah, and without color.
Yeah, who knows? I'll get around to opening. Maybe when you open some of those behind you.
I'm opening more and more. I really am. Well,
hey,
thank you.
I don't know if you got anybody else in the green room. I mean,
I do. Not, I got 2 other folks in.
So I got to pass the buck, man. It's time for me to shut up. No. I appreciate you inviting me, Leanne. And it's great to see you, Jen. Safe travels. I'm excited for you. I can't wait. You're going to have a whole show just on her doing this, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'm trying to figure out how I can go just be your videographer.
Well, can I request that? Yeah, I need you. That's right.
I need you.
That'll work.
Well, happy Halloween, ladies.
Thank you.
You too.
Love you, friend. Cheers. Oh man, that's awesome. This guy is he's just so lovely. And an absolute riot and hoot.
I was seeing him since the Bastards Ball a couple of years ago.
I know. And both of y'all have been to the camp. Both of y'all have done camp drams at camp
at the same time.
I know. Well, let's bring in this other lovely lady, and she's going to tell us all about something on the other island. And hello, Stacy.
Hi, Stacy.
Sandra, what you got? What you doing?
I am pouring what I think is an appropriate dram for today. So this is Dingle Distillery, and this is Samhain.
Hey, hold up, right there.
Ooh, perfect.
Ooh, Samhain.
Samhain.
Oh, Samhain, like the All Hallows Week, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
I know my Outlander.
Yeah. So today celebrates Samhain in Celtic mythology, and it is considered Celtic New Year. It's the end of winter and the beginning of the Celtic New Year. So we do all kinds of big celebrations. They celebrate really big in Newgrange and also in Dingle, where Dingle Distillery is.
Okay.
So, and this is from Dingle's they did a whole series based on the Celtic calendar. So there's Samhain, and then they did one for the summer fire festival for Bealton. They did one for St. Bridget's Day. They did one for Lunasa, and they've got 5 more coming. So I'm excited to try this. This one's finished in muscatel casks.
Oh,
single malt.
Oh, yum.
And I'm gonna have to do that. Take my glasses off to read it too. 50.5%.
Oh man, that's pretty potent.
It's been a cool little series. It's been really interesting.
What's the availability like on those in terms of retail or being able to find them?
You can find them over there.
Oh yeah. That's
not over here, but you can find them over there.
I know. It's like and just so folks, if you don't follow Stacey's channel, make sure you subscribe. Just as you would for Scotch for Dummies. And seriously, I mean, all things Irish this woman knows, but she knows her Scotch. I mean, she's got a great palate. But the thing is about, I mean, as young as your channel is, Ireland knows about her.
Yeah.
They are all you just
Yeah.
won a pretty auspicious award. I want you to brag about.
I did. I was picked. Everybody who follows my channel knows I'm a huge Cullowen Irish whiskey fan. And there is a group of enthusiasts called the Cullowen Cult, over 1,000 members worldwide. And the distillery picked me as the chair of the group for 2023 and 24, which is they just started the award. So I was shocked. I'm like, they just started it and I got it. So they sent me a nice little jacket and a bottle of their poaching. And so I was very excited.
That is so cool.
I'm excited to go over and visit next year. I'm actually, we're supposed to go over next year. So
yeah, that's going to be great. You've got a good group going with you though, right?
Oh yeah. I think I've got 20 of my friends that are all going. So we're all going together.
Wow.
And we're doing the Dublin to Belfast tour for Irish whiskey. So we're hitting basically every distillery between Dublin and Belfast. So all the distilleries of County Down and the new McConnell's experience in Belfast and the Titanic experience in Belfast. So I'm very excited.
That's amazing.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, tell me about your persona.
This I'm like, well, I'll go as a Celtic druid or something. Yeah. This is basically my Game of Thrones costume from a few years ago. And I found this in the drawer. So I'm like, roll with that. Because we're very big. We're big Game of Thrones fans. We toured the sites over in Ireland last time we were there. Met a couple of the dire wolves and huge fans. You up in Northern Ireland, everywhere you go, there's so many film sites, and they really embraced the show because it just brought so much tourism into the area.
Yeah.
So I mean, we were at the Currackereed Rope Bridge, and it was really crowded, and we had to park down the hill, and we're in the overflow parking lot, and we're walking up, and there's a big sign there, and I'm like, look around, and like, oh, that was Renly Baratheon's camp in season 2. Apparently, their overflow parking lot. I'm like, okay, oh, it worked.
Wow.
Nobody was parking there that day.
That's so crazy.
It was some of the most stunning scenes in Game of Thrones were in Northern Ireland. It's just
it was really
phenomenal.
Later on they kind of filmed more CGI, but in the beginning, especially season 1, they filmed there. They filmed Vikings, the beginning of the series Vikings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how like all that kind of is a whole wave about, medieval and just, well, I mean, not so much that was actually history, but you've got like the whole Outlander thing. You've got Vikings. You've got the Game of Thrones. I mean, even back in the day, you had the Highlander. I mean, just kind of things just kind of make a big circle of like people get uber interested into a particular kind of culture and just kind of run with it.
Oh, and the Last Kingdom, about the Vikings.
Yeah.
That's good material out there.
Yeah.
Absolutely cool. Awesome. Hey, I saw that Ian's in. How good to see you, Ian. Yes, it's already tomorrow in Australia. Thanks for joining us, friend. I hope y'all had a good Halloween and doing all that. So tomorrow, here is All Saints Day in South Louisiana is a really kind of a big deal. And traditionally, like families would like go take care of cemeteries that day and just kind of remember. So it's interesting how like some of these cultures still have an overflow into modern time, very neat. Very cool, man. So what you got going on with your channel?
I'm working on a few kind of fun things for December. I'll probably do another beer and whiskey pairing with my friend who owns the brewery, because now we're getting into dark beer season. This is my favorite time of beer is this time of year. And I've got also Sean Scully from Clonakilty Irish Whiskey Distillery is going to be on. So that's going to be the first week in December. And then actually Brendan Carty from Cullowen, he's going to come on the channel. I said we're going to have a Cullowen Christmas.
Very cool.
So, yeah, I'm really excited about that too. So it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh man, lots of fun. Lots of fun. And how's your new pup? I know you got your Irish Wolfhound, but you had a new addition to the family, right?
Oh yes, yeah, the French Bulldog. Yeah, she already had her costume on today. She kept trying to eat her skirt.
Oh dear.
Yeah, we originally had it when we had an English Bulldog, and those dogs can't really reach to get it. But yeah, she could. She could, and she was chewing her skirt. She's actually behaving right now. So,
Well,
and then
good.
our Wolfhound is just lounging on the floor. He's the easiest dog in the world to take care of.
Awesome. Hey, I see Bruce is in. Good to see you too, friend. Thanks for being here. Oh man. This Glendronach it's only 46%, but it just is so tasty. It just has such depth.
I'm almost out of Highland Park. I might need to find another haunted dram.
Find another dram. Well, Stacy, I appreciate you being here and joining us as always. Thanks for letting me corrupt you.
Thank you. This was lots of fun. This was a lot of fun.
It is.
It's good to see you again.
Make sure you follow her and follow her on socials too, because she's always
I'll follow you, Stacey.
Cool.
I think I already do, but if I don't, I'll make sure to follow you.
And hang around. We're gonna Brady Bunch it at the end. Okay. So thanks, friend. Oh man, good seeing you. See Mike's in. Hey y'all. Good to see you too. So what are you gonna pour now? Some funk?
It's adorably Halloween themed. Look how cute that is. Look at those washbacks that look like UFOs.
Oh wait, hold up. Let me.
Do you want to zoom me in? Ooh,
yeah.
Okay. Fermutation. Washbacks.
The washbacks.
Isn't it adorable? It's just the cutest. I mean, they do the cutest.
It's like well, I keep flipping it. There you go. It's like Close Encounters of the Ardbeg kind.
Yeah, just like my favorite kind. I would love to get kidnapped in a UFO shaped like a washback at Ardbeg. I don't know where they take me, but
I just love how everybody over here in the chat is finding out that they're like either kin or know each other.
Honestly,
I swear it's like
fun now. Like it's so
Germany, we've got Scotland, we got everyone, and then 10 people from Indiana on right now. I swear it truly is the heartland. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm gonna get to this guy that is with his family, and I didn't know if he was going to be able to come. I'm so stoked he's here, and we're going to bring on the Mandalorian. Jen, I'm gonna pop you in the back so we can get okay. Oh my gosh, look at you. This is absolutely fabulous.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is so the way. How are you gonna drink? Wait. Are you using a straw up under your helmet, Boba Fett?
This is the way. The Mandalorian can't take off his helmet.
Oh my God, this is amazing. And it would be Martin Fielder, y'all. Now you finally get a face to a name, right?
That's
hey,
right.
friend,
Right.
What you drinking?
We have the very similar ideas as we were talking about this. I also got a Kuboken.
Okay.
I did Creation 1.
Okay.
So this is their first creation when they were really kind of going creative with their caskings. So this one has a Muscatel cask as well as a Black Isle Stout. The brewery up there just north of Inverness.
Uh-huh.
But mostly, I think 2/3 of it is a don't want to waste that. Is the Muscatel from Portugal. So it gives it it's real fruity, real light. It's nice. It's very nice.
Very cool. Well, I have to rave. You sent me pictures of your family, that your entire family dresses up every year for Halloween, and y'all just deck it out. It
We
looks
do.
fabulous behind me. You can't even see anything but these cool lights. And
I know. I
it
got
looks
my
like a
lights
spider
going. I
web
got
over
my
here.
spiders. Got my spiders up there.
Oh
You
my
see.
gosh.
I'm on my front porch. So if I have to turn away trick-or-treaters, they're still coming. We ran out of candy about a half an hour ago.
Oh my gosh. Yikes. 9 o'clock.
I added it up. We had a little over 400 trick-or-treaters this year. So
Holy smoke. They clearly know where the full-size candy is.
I give out the full-size bars. So,
Wow. I think
that.
all of us growing up knew that one house that was like the primo one, That's awesome.
Absolutely.
That's so cool. So, tell me, so
What have y'all been drinking
you know
tonight?
the story about the Kuboken, huh?
Oh, yeah, the ghost dog.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Tell us about that.
Well, it's just I guess I don't know a whole lot about it. I just know that that's kind of the one of the old Scottish legends.
Yeah.
About
This kind of like this
about the
werewolf
ghost
kind of ghost dog. Yeah, in the moors.
Exactly.
Can't you just see, you're picturing out there and you've got the haze and the fog coming up off the peat bogs, and this Tomatin used to have this really cool video about it and on their website. And
I think I saw it once. Yeah.
Yeah. And what I love about it is it's so much like the Rougarou down here in the Bayou. So in the swamp, there's this like swamp creature, not like Bigfoot kind of upright, but more dog kind of that I put my brother did all the graphics for the show. And I was like, I need a Rougarou, a Rougarou drinking scotch.
That's right.
But yeah, it's so cool. Yeah. But he was supposed to have the Kuboken was supposed to have come up and like encountered a distillery employee, and it scared the employee, and the Kuboken was like, okay, you're making whiskey, you're okay, I'm not gonna eat you. It goes back. It's awesome.
I love that.
Oh, man.
Excellent. Good deal. Yeah. So we did the Star Wars theme this year. So we all dressed up as Star Wars. Sorry, we're out. Still got them coming. But
and you're too young
last year
for whiskey.
we did Marvel. Too young.
Last year was what? Marvel?
We did Marvel superheroes last year. So
okay. Well, what were you?
The temperature worked out very well this year, because last year I had a similar costume. I could only wear it for the picture because it was 85 degrees. This year it's 42 degrees.
Awesome.
So it just tells you how varied the temperatures can be here. So
gotta love Texas weather, right? So,
absolutely.
You never know about that Texas weather. Oh goodness, that's awesome. Cool.
Good deal. So what have y'all been drinking tonight? I missed the first part.
Highland Park has been a big hit. Broda, aka Axel, sweet child of ours, was on that, and so was Jennifer. She had a Highland Park. I think she's gone to fermentation now. And we've got one more coming in. I can't tell if he's in the green room. I don't see his mug. I just see a test one back there. So there he is. You can change your name, and we'll get you there and bring you on to real quick. But yeah, so it's been very interesting because there's so many different little stories kind of behind, like the Kuboken and the druids of this and all the hauntings that go on at Highland Park. And I have Glendronach. That's what I'm drinking, is the Parliament. And there's this woman who swishes her skirt around people and makes her way known there. So yeah, lots of fun doing this. I mean, with Halloween being on a Tuesday, you got to do something, right?
It works out perfect.
I'm telling you.
That's right.
Well, cool. Well,
Sorry,
hang
we're
on a
out.
sec, and I'm gonna put you in the back. I'm gonna bring this other guy in, and then we'll all come in and chat a little bit more. Cool. Thanks, Martin. Hang on.
Sounds good.
Okay, awesome. Well, one more guest, and this is another prime example of you see him in the chat every single week. And please welcome another Martin, and that would be the Whiskey Franco. Hey, man.
What is up?
It
How
is
are
so
you?
nice to meet you. Cheers.
No, Sanja.
I'm telling you, what you drinking tonight, and who are
Well,
you?
I'm doing good. Well, so I repurposed, much like Mark repurposed a costume from this is actually a repurposed one from like 2 years ago. Peaky Blinders. But if you take this jacket off and the hat off, I just look like I'm serving drinks at a speakeasy. So I went for Peaky Blinders. And again, Mark, I was gonna be like, oh, I got a cool Highland Park here, but then he pulls out a 31-year-old. I have a 11-year-old SMWS. It was a furtive Petey Peck on deck. 11-year-old from the Oil and Coastal from SMWS.
Ooh, my favorite profile.
I also had something because I wanted to stay on theme, just because Peaky Blinders drink Irish whiskey, but I don't have much Irish whiskey, so I'm with Talnua, so Stacy knows that. So
Oh yeah,
she's
a big fan of Talnua.
She does. So that's what I'm drinking right now.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
My God, it's cool.
Well, I'm glad you got to join us tonight because you've been in transit, and I think all of us have been moving somewhere in some way around.
This month has been something, let me tell you. So thank you, Mark. Yeah, love the name. It's test one up until about 20 seconds ago. So.
Like, okay, he's
I didn't see
a robot.
Yeah, could be anyone.
Give me the whiskey. So I met these three guys from Birmingham when I was in Speyside, and they were like, our accent's not quite Peaky Blinders, but it kind of is, and it's like your dad really sounds more like it than my dad, and it was going back and forth, and I was like, yeah, y'all sound the same.
Yeah, can't tell the difference.
Yeah, it was really pretty funny.
My sister's had my whole family's from Scotland, but my sister was actually born just outside of Birmingham, and sort of outside in Coventry.
Okay.
And she always on her Facebook for like years had Birmingham. I'm like, Kirsty, you've never been to Birmingham your entire life. You were in Coventry and you came straight over to the States after that. And I was like, did you watch Peaky Blinders? She's like, I've never seen it.
Oh man, it's as I told them, there's a big difference between Birmingham and Birmingham.
Yeah,
big difference.
Definitely, there is. Two different places.
So I love the fact I'm gonna blow your feet up again because
let me.
Drew Bills is already spying it. He's already scoping out your Scotch and your bottles. He's like, I spy SBs.
Yeah, we got some right here.
Some Springbanks up in there.
10, 15, 18 in the Campbelltown Law. So yeah. And then I've got a couple backup Springbanks at the bottom. I found them, latched onto them because you just can't find them anymore. So
no, you can't even find them over. You sure can't find them over there. You can find them here better than you can over there.
No, these came from Florida because I can't find them. I was in Colorado when I got them, but I had I got them from my dad lives in Florida, and he's like, I'll get them to you because I haven't seen one in years on the shelf. So
yeah, we'll encounter them sparsely down here. But yeah.
yeah, I got the Scotch shelf, got the bourbon shelf, and then I got some fun stuff up top.
Awesome. Oh, I'm loving everybody's all stoked about finally getting to see, put a face to a name. And I love, so if you've got to follow the Whiskey Franco on Instagram for sure. Because you do great reviews. And I love the format. You'll do the bottle and then you go through all of your tasting notes. And I just absolutely love that. You're so generous on your retweets, reposts and stuff. But I love it when you would go and take your hikes
Yeah.
I just kind of like, oh, and now for your moment of serenity. Martin's going to go up into the Rocky Mountains.
I suffered for some of those videos just because I like had to keep going back and doing things, and it was like 15 degrees in the middle of winter in the Colorado mountains. I'm like, I got to get this shot. And
all
then
for the gram.
All for the gram. But I'm hopefully going to start those up soon. There's not as much out here to do, but I'm going to be doing a little bit of traveling up into Michigan and doing some hikes. So
cool.
Hopefully bring some of those back. But yeah, nothing like Colorado. I certainly miss it.
It's so pretty out there. I really did enjoy it. So are you close to the city or no?
Yeah, so I'm in an area called Maryville, which is about, well, if I drive it, it's about 45 minutes, but it's normally about an hour outside of the city. Like Northwest Indiana kind of area. I usually use the references right by Gary, Indiana.
Gotcha.
So that's where I am. So it's easy to get down to the city. I'm actually going to an SMWS tasting in Chicago in 2 weeks.
Oh, fun. You can go to Benny's. You need to hook up with our buddy Tom. All kinds of folks up in that area.
Benny's. That is, I love that place. It's a dangerous place.
Yeah. I mean, if you can't have a Specs, to have a Benny's is just as good. We don't have either. But
Mark, you were in Portage? That's crazy, man.
I have a suitcase.
Yeah.
I'm bringing
I mean, the dummies, man. I'm up in Northwest Indiana, man. I'm not too far from you guys.
Yeah, no, that's an easy trip down to Indy for sure. Well, I've poured one other one I wanted to kind of show, and this is a shout out to my buddy Kevin who gifted me this bottle. This is a 43% 21-year Glenburgie, and it's just absolutely delightful. Just last bit. I lost my asp. Pardon me. Pardon my ass. Anyway, but no, that's great. Well, I appreciate you coming on and tell me what you're getting off of what you're drinking. You're on the Talnua, you said?
So I'm still in the Highland Park. I do have the Talnua right here, kind of as a backup.
Ooh, look at that color. Put that back up there.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh,
crazy.
That's gorgeous.
Because I forgot which if Stacy's in the comments of the bottle. Actually, what am I talking about? The bottle's right here, but I don't know if it actually. This is the bottle right here. Beautiful, beautiful label. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
I forgot which one this was. Yeah, I don't actually think this one said what the deal was, but I think it was Madeira on this one. So, yeah, honestly, just beautiful stuff and just very nice color. But the Highland Park, just classic. It's classic Highland Park. It is only 11 years, so it does have a little bit of youth to it, but it's just got that heather peat smoke. It's just got that like biscuity kind of cream, kind of wafer notes on it. I just love it. I mean, you'll never get. The thing I say about SMWS is you'll never get a bad cask from Highland Park. It's just different.
No.
So yeah.
No, one of the last ones I got was that 4.293. Is that it? Or the 493? It's the one that was in the Lefroy cask.
Oh yeah.
Holy moly. Yum, yum, yum. So good. Oh, Donner. Friend. Tim. Just got the Thompson Brothers Glenburgie 27 cast strength. Oh, I bet that is exquisite. Goodness gracious. But yeah, and as this guy says, Boba Fett said, this is the way to Highland Park.
Is the way.
Well, speaking of Boba, let's bring everybody back in, and so that we can all chat amongst ourselves. I want to bring back Boba Fett and
Mando. What up, Martin?
And let's bring in Axel and and the Viking. I've been making all kinds of comments about her horns. It's fair game. My asp and her horns. That's a fodder.
I snort laughed when you said you lost your asp. I'm glad I was in the background because I was like snort laughing.
I was holding it on.
That's awesome.
Oh man.
Boy.
Oh no, this has been a
Good
blast.
costumes, everybody. Good
I
costumes.
Yeah.
know.
It's
And
so
thank
fun.
you for putting them on. Like some of you, they had like Martin had to. The rest of y'all,
I just put on a
That's
hat.
right.
rest of y'all, you did it because you love me, and I appreciate that very, very much. So a big old sludge y'all of that.
Actually, Leanne, a lot of good conversation going on in the chat too. I've been trying to kick back over to the chat side of things and keep tabs on everybody. It's been fun. There's been a lot of good talk going on over there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's that's what I love just so much about our group is we just we're chill, we're just low key, and everybody wants to share, everybody wants to connect. Tim, let me see. Tim has another Enoch Blaz. Ooh, anything Enoch, I love. So, Axel, you playing something for us?
I was playing a little Guns N' Roses for Drew. He asked for it, but you know what else about the community, Leanne, is we find out we're everywhere, right? I mean, I had no idea Whiskey Franco is 100 miles up the road from where I was born. I was born in East Chicago.
That's nuts, man. Like I grew up in this area. I just came back after about 18 years. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Well, we're not too far south from you. We're here in Indianapolis, right outside, man.
Yeah,
come on down and have some whiskey.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me twice, man. I'll do it.
It's a lot of fun down there. There's something. I mean, as y'all know, because most everybody who's here, they stopped by your place first, Mark, of course, and still are there. And again, I'll tell you, Andrew, all day long, it's your fault I'm doing this because you kept pushing and encouraging me in the best way possible. And I do appreciate that. But there's something to be said about knowing or having that gut feeling that the people that you see on that box for years and you decide to get on a plane to go see them by yourself. And you're walking down into the basement with 4 guys in the suburban Indianapolis area.
Pretty weird.
You got to have a little trust there. There's a fine line between dumb and brave. I've straddled it a couple of times, and that was one that really paid off, I got to say.
You know what, though, Leanne? Honestly, of all the people we've met on screen, whether it's Zoom or a live show, I mean, honestly, they all turn out to be the exact same person that you saw on the screen. And that's what I love about it. There's a lot of authenticity, a lot of genuine, good people. And never have we really run into anybody that have watched a channel for a while and then meet them and be like, wow, that person's a real egotistical. You meet them and you're like, they're the same people you've been watching and following and talking to anyway. It's good.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what I wanted to do is like to open this up for any of the Camp Drammers, because I mean, the support that y'all have given me and you're here all the time. And I really appreciate it. I'm sure there are lots of other things you could be doing on Tuesday night. I'm hoping you find value and people are finding value out of this. Y'all know me. I've never met a stranger. If you are a stranger, you won't be long for a stranger. and I just feel like y'all are my peeps and you get it. You get that we just want to, enjoy and be a part of this community. And, recently we had a situation that was absolutely awful in this community, and the community rallied around it. And our friend Shayla over at Whiskey Central had a horrible encounter of where people broke into her home while she was asleep and absolutely stole everything of value. And this community rallied big time and helped her out tremendously. And it's that kind of stuff that you see that, it's more than just what's in the glass. It's about the people. It's about being able to share it. I spent about 2 hours the other night pouring samples to take to Scotland with me. And it's stuff that I know that people are not going to be able to get. It's Andalusia whiskey, it's it's that Maker's Mark that I was part of the selection for, that private select. It's things that are important to me that I wanted to share with folks I know I'm going to see over there. And after being around them, whether it's them or coming to the dummies, to your event, Mark, the one I did get to come to, but I know Martin, you got to come to the one this summer, and just that camaraderie that you have with everybody. And thinking about having Halloween, I was like, I want some of those people on tonight. We'll have people and so you can go, oh, that's Martin. Okay, that's Whiskey Franco. Oh, that's Martin Fielder. Okay, I got him. Jennifer, I grab on here all the time, so everybody knows who she is, but they don't see her as horny as she is.
Nice. Well played.
Broadcast, have we?
Well
Wait
played.
all night for that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't
man.
want to say it. So I'm glad you did, man.
Listen, I got a lot of similar jokes at the Ren Fest this past weekend. So
We're an hour and six in, and we made it.
I know. Hey, Stacy, we're going to be saying bye here in a little bit because I know 400 trick or treaters. Oh my word, Martin! I bet y'all are smooth ass worn out.
I told you I've turned away another 30. Absolutely, I just flat out ran out of candy. I'm gonna have to give him some stuff out of the fridge or something.
I remember back in the day, this lady would give out nickels when she ran out of candy. They ain't gonna fly this day and age.
Yeah, they don't want
$5
to.
bills wouldn't even
I'll get
fly
egg for that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey, Stacy, let me ask you a question. Where are you located at?
I'm in Columbus, Ohio.
Okay, great, awesome. I the fact that you're a big Irish fan, I'm very intrigued. So went out and subscribed. Have to start consuming your
thank you.
content here and finding out what you've got to say about all this good Irish whiskey out there.
There's a lot of it out there now.
Well, yeah, man, it's booming. I was in Dublin a couple months ago with my son, and we did the Teeling and the Jameson tour just because he was 18 and he could. So, but we only had a couple days. So I definitely am very intrigued about what's going on in the Irish world.
Well, her channel is where it's at. She's and she and I had a great show on Irish style American made. And I don't know, Stacey, if you heard, but Martin Whiskey Franco. I feel like I need middle names at this point.
I know.
Martin too. But Martin has a Talnua. So
Yeah, Martin. Every time I post a Talnua on Instagram, Martin likes it.
Yeah.
oh my God.
I will never not.
Hello, Talnua fan.
That's
God.
Martin,
what I
Martin's
think's
got that
exciting?
kind of radio voice kind of thing.
I think it's cool, Ann, because we follow all these. We follow each other. We kind of keep an eye and tabs on. It's cool to see what everybody else is doing, and some is not as obvious. Like Martin Fielder down there in Texas, man, he's doing all kinds of stuff in the whiskey world, right? He's leading tasting events and constantly bringing people along their journey, and it's like. Sometimes I just want him to sit down and enjoy a whiskey. It's like he's always working it, man. I mean, it's incredible. But, whether you're posting 5 or 6 Instagrams a day or 100 or doing live shows,
Right.
it's a lot of work, but there's also a lot of passion in it, and you can feel and see it. And it's really fun to watch it because you feel it through the screen,
Absolutely. I mean, The Mandalorian not only brings life into the world, but he puts the world into your life by teaching you about good whiskey.
When he's not babysitting Baby Yoda.
Right.
Fielder, I don't know if you were keeping tabs on the chat, but I guess I was informed that George Kaplan is your first in line for whiskey husband, because I said you had a wonderful wife. Otherwise, I'd ask you to marry me. So he said he was first in line, and I thought maybe I'd ask if you guys be willing to move to Utah.
we could start a little commune. There we go.
I'm just saying, I've seen Martin's whiskey vault, man. The guy, you want wine? You want whiskey? Go to Martin's house.
Yeah.
I'll hook you up.
The bunker.
Absolutely.
For real, the bunker.
The bunker. I mean, I would just like to stand there. I don't want to touch anything because I'd be afraid it'd be like that one meme on Instagram. It's like the guy with the wine room in the glass. But it's just, I mean, the guy has a lot of taste anyway, because we're all his friends. So there, but
Exactly.
But yeah, and he's just generous folks. And life is very short. Pick those who you want to be around.
Mhm.
And I choose y'all. So,
Okay.
If it weren't for this community, I'd be crazy. Done jumped off the freaking cliff by now.
Telling you.
well, keep flat on the ground, friend.
Well, just take me to Scotland then. Gosh dang it.
Keep
Take my
ripping
glasses
over there.
off and stay serious.
I would
Look
dare
right
say
in the
Jennifer
camera,
might be the only
Leanne, I
one.
want to go.
Jennifer may be the only one that can get in my carry-on. But, and I don't
She
think
doesn't
she'd be
need
very
to. She's
comfortable for
going
very
on her
long.
own.
She-
I'll poke air holes in my suitcase. I'll bring whoever wants to come.
but I've scaled the bag down greatly. But no, it'll be fun. And you know, if people get to Scotland, that's fantastic. If they don't, then hopefully those that go, that we can bring something back for everybody to enjoy. You know, that's the big part of it.
Mhm.
So speaking of less than 72 hours, I will be on a plane going over there. I go through Dublin. I'll do a shout out. I'll take pictures of what's in duty free if I have time. If not, I'll do it on the way back.
Jameson triple Bushmills 80/20. Those are the two to look for.
So
Okay, what now?
Leanne,
I'll message you.
Okay, so all I heard was 80/20 Bushmills.
Ooh,
Jameson triple.
Okay,
I don't
It's
know
a
who's still
Malaga.
on, but you just touched on something, and I give a shout out and a little hint. So when we went to Italy, we had issues with our flights and tickets, and I ended up talking to a lot of people, an American, and I didn't realize this, but all the people that work in the airline industry that take their free flights or whatnot, or discount flights, they all fly through Dublin because you don't have to pay the tax. So if you fly through Dublin to anywhere else in Europe, you're probably going to save $350 to $400 just on tax.
Mm.
So if you're going anywhere, make sure you go to Dublin, catch your connection, and your ticket will be $300 to $400 cheaper. And that was told me by flight attendants. She was like, "That's commonly known in the industry." And I'm like, "Well, you don't share it with us."
well, I'm flying from here to Dulles to Dublin,
Yep.
and then Dublin to Glasgow.
Okay,
Yep.
Mark sharing these Irish tax hacks.
Hey man, save the money
You mean
for
bottles,
whiskey,
that is?
brother.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you go through absolutely right. You go through customs in Dublin.
Yes.
So I do
on the way
not go
home.
through customs when I
okay.
come back through Dulles.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what sold it for me. That I did this when I went over for the academy, and I was like, I'm not going through Heathrow again. Thank you very much.
You know, the
I'm only
beauty of
gonna be there
going
1 week.
home
I
through
don't need-
Dublin is when they ask you got anything to claim. You're like, "Well, I've got some whiskey," and they're like,
Like
"I
anything
don't
else?
care about the whiskey."
Yeah, they
don't ask
rarely
how
want to do
much.
the
You got
paperwork.
food or animals on you?
They rarely want to do the paperwork enough to deal with it. If you're only on a I don't care. If you buy a whole lot in Ireland, get a hold of me because I know a place that can get it home for you.
Okay, that's really good to know, Brent. See,
She's got a mule.
This is what it's for.
This is
It's a
community.
legit company. It's not just a
It's real. It's
Street.
legit.
Yeah.
It's a holding company.
But yeah.
Also, I think Ardbeg has a new. I think it's a travel edition. It's a bottling and it's finished in Côte Rôtie casks from the Rhone Valley.
What?
I believe I got an email about it. There's a Côte Rôtie finished Ardbeg travel exclusive available. Just
Really?
saying.
Wow.
Pick that up, Leanne.
Oh yeah.
If you don't, I will. It's fine. But
I was going to say you're going too, Jen. I don't want to hear you.
I'm throwing it out there for anyone who would like to know that Ardbeg is doing a Côte Rôtie finished retail
Like,
edition.
I like that Mark's like pre-packing your bags. Like he's just like, listen,
Yeah.
take this, bring this, bring
That's right.
that.
That's awesome.
This.
I know. I've already got. So we talk about Kuboken. They were having a sale on the Kuboken 15, and Peter Lee grabbed one for me. So I already have one bottle to bring back.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
You got whiskey in Scotland
Yes,
already.
and please and thank you. And by the way, here's some Cajun seasoning restaurant tour. I come bearing gifts, Glasgow.
I come bearing gifts.
Cajun seasoning, jambalaya mix, and samples. and I put a tile, an Android tile on that tag, so that bag, so I know where the hell it is. Every rolling moment, it is out of my sight.
Perfect.
Oh man, this is awesome,
It
y'all.
is.
This is super, y'all. Thank y'all. This was one of the best Halloweens I've had in a long time. Since probably the last time I wore this outfit, which was in New Orleans. And
I had to
that's
take
all
mine
we're going to be
off,
saying
like-
about that. Because what
I
happens in New
slept on
Orleans
it.
on Halloween just got to stay there. I'm just going to say.
Well.
But I
Vegas.
will brag a second. Let me do this. So I was telling Jennifer this. Jennifer made her costume, and she makes all of her costumes for Rimfest. But I had a former life as a jeweler, and I made this. So I absolutely love this, and I finally got to wear it again. My ass was crooked.
Your
You
ass
didn't
was
lose your
falling.
asp in New Orleans, did you?
Crooked
I
ass.
was gonna ask the same.
My ass, I get my ass in gear. Y'all, that was
With
my
your
face
crooked
hurts.
ass.
I'm laughing. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun, y'all. So I'm gonna shut down. Everyone who stuck around for this menagerie of craziness, thank y'all so much. It's good seeing everybody. I'm gonna thank you all. I'm gonna raise a toast and put you all in the back and say bye to our other friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Scotch on the Bayou, Leon,
Leon.
Mark, Jennifer, Stacy, Martin, and Martin Square. Love
No.
it.
Happy Halloween. Love y'all.
Lunch,
Happy
everyone.
Happy
Halloween.
Halloween,
Y'all.
guys.
Thank you so much.
Safe travels, Leanne.
Seriously.
Thanks. We'll
Love you,
do.
y'all.
We'll do. Awesome. We'll do and do. And y'all, thanks guys, all y'all for being here tonight, enjoying this time, having fun with all these crazy people that are so very near and dear to me. I really do appreciate them being on. And we will see you hopefully live from Glasgow next week. Might be a little early for the States. A little early, both for the States and the UK. Kind of depends on how much fun Graham and I have on Tuesday for sure. I suspect it's going to be a lot. So thanks y'all for being here, and I'll see you next week in Glasgow, in Alba, the motherland of this beautiful Scotch Lisker. Slán y'all.